My name is Ed, this is Josh, and we are the Glitch Mob.
We met sometime back in 2004 or 5 out here in the West Coast, kind of just in all the different underground scenes.
So before anything was released by the Glitch Mob, it was more of like a DJ collective, more like a DJ crew.
And the idea of the actual words came from like, well, it's a lot of us, so we're kind of a mob. And the technique that a lot of us were using in the productions that we were doing were, you know, quote unquote, glitching.
The Glitch Mob sound has evolved many times, pretty much with every single record. And this most current iteration of the Glitch Mob, I guess, is kind of our return to like underground dance music culture. We've been making a lot of tunes that pay homage to old school warehouse rave culture.
We've simplified. We've kind of like brought things back down to earth. It's less of a big spectacle and more of like the raw elements of what we need to play this club music.
We're making dance music, you know, we're making underground dance music, and we're always thinking about the dance floor, the feeling of the music, thinking about how it's going to hit on a good sound system. That's something we're more cognizant about now more than ever. We've been using Arturia products from the almost the beginning, I would say. I send like almost from like the Mini Moog on.
I mean, I definitely remember getting the early version of the modular and having like no idea what I was doing and knew anything about, you know, patching. Yeah, so here we have the Arturia AudioFuse 16 rig. It has 16 analog inputs and 10 analog outputs. It's been an incredible piece for my studio for me that I love to record analog gear, whether it's, you know, just like a synth, or I have over here my modular Eurorack that I have sending out of the mixer here, coming into the back of the AudioFuse 16 rig. When you hit the power button, it pops open the beautiful interface that it comes with, and you can see here all my inputs and outputs, ADATs in, ADATs out. You can label everything, which I find extremely helpful. You can save your own presets. And then recently they added the AudioFuse X8 in and the X8 out. Here I'm using the X8 in to add 8 more 1/4-inch inputs into my studio.
As technology constantly advances, I think as creators, it makes our lives far easier, you know, whether that be the horsepower of computers, whether that be advancements in software, whatever it is. I think advancements in technology is always a good thing to help further your creative process and help you stay inspired.
Open a session, whatever, jump into Analog Lab, and the options are endless because it's constantly evolving. There's constantly new things. There's more stuff you can download and add to it. To me, that's so exciting because I'll never get bored of like, you know, oh, I gotta go sit down and make a song in Ableton. Like there's always something to discover there. So one of the amazing things about the AudioFuse 16 rig is the fact that it can be used in a standalone mode without Ableton, without even the computer being on. I can power up the AudioFuse 16 rig and be playing the Eurorack modular and have everything coming into here and through my speakers without even worrying about the computer. It could be off. I'm not going to look at it. I have the availability to mix it all right here on the mixer page. I can adjust everything from the mutes and solos, the trim, the auxiliary sends. It's really convenient if you're just wanting to play around, or if you want to just plug in a guitar and jam in your studio without worrying about, whether your computer's up and running. You have it all there accessible to just become another instrument in the studio. The idea of sound exploring it's everything in what we do. It'd be different, I think, if we were like a band playing guitars and drums and everything like that. It's like, not that you can't explore sound, and by all means you can, but I think that those type of instruments, they lean towards like, you want this guitar to sound like a guitar because that's what's so special about it,
That jungle massive, time to get wild inside.
Being electronic music producers is we can explore a humongous variety of sound, and how do we make a sound not sound like anything you ever heard before, So I think that's kind of like the fun side of exploring. So something that I am very excited about with the AudioFuse Control Center and the AudioFuse 16 rig firmware update is the new immersive monitoring option. The ability to dial in my sub to my liking, volume-wise, crossover point-wise, and the option to turn them right on and off is next level. That's going to be huge, especially when coming to write, bass-heavy music, dance music, and stuff like that. This is going to be a big part of my studio and making music going forward.
I personally produce music because I need to. I eat, sleep, and breathe music. It's the way I express myself. It's my offering to the world.
It's something I've always known since I was a kid. I get to create and experiment and try new things in the studio. It brings me joy because I get to share those things with people, and when it connects with someone, that's a really special feeling. I don't think that we would know what to do otherwise if music wasn't an option.